My name is Andrew Liebetrau. I am an ISA certified arborist and do sales and estimates business development for Tree Wiseman. I've always loved the outdoors, I've always loved nature, and just was fortunate to have an opportunity to come work for this company and get into that field of work, helping people, helping the environment, something that I was fortunate to just fall into over time. Typical workday for me is going to different sites, meeting with homeowners, meeting with business owners, and going over concerns that they might have with certain trees, with their property, and how we might be able to help address those. It's thinking about and looking long term at how can we improve as a company, how can we improve our footprint, and how can we work better for the customers that we're serving. Deciding whether or not we're going to remove a tree or cable a tree or trim a tree, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Basically, the risk assessment is the biggest part. What level of risk is that tree posing? What level of risk is a homeowner comfortable with? Sometimes a tree may have signs of decay, may be in a position where it could lose some limbs. But where is that tree located? If it's far away from a house, if there's not anything around there, we really have conversations with the homeowners to find out what their main concerns are, and then try to marry that with what we as arborists see as a risk or a situation where that tree might need to come down in order to be safe for that homeowner. And a lot of times it's aesthetics. Homeowners have a certain look that they want for their property, for their trees, and that can vary greatly from person to person. So we try to blend those things together with what's going to be best for that tree and for that site. We will get requests to have a tree topped, to just cut the height off of it, chop it down at the top, and just reduce that height. As arborists, we know that that's going to cause risks for that tree. It's going to open up to insect issues, disease issues, and it's just not something as arborists that we recommend. And so we try to talk through what that would do to that tree. Essentially, it's harming that tree and putting it in a position where now that tree is going to fail over time. And so we really try to have that conversation with homeowners that topping a tree just isn't something that we do in practice at this time as arborists. And the biggest challenge that we face and we see is really accessibility. How are we going to get to a tree? How are we going to get those materials out of there as that tree comes down? Those are really the biggest challenge that we face, and often it's something you don't know until you're there and see that terrain is a challenge or just the accessibility. When you've got a tree that's close to your home, you want to look for signs of decay, look for how close that tree is to your roof, to your structure, and really what that tree is doing in heavy weather, rain, snow. Is it touching your roof? Is it getting close? But just kind of look for those signs that you might want to have an arborist come look and see if something needs to be addressed. Every day for arborists looks very different. And so as a homeowner, as a business owner, when you have issues that you think might exist with your trees, or you just have questions or concerns, getting in touch with a certified arborist is that best first step to find out if and what might need to be addressed.